Hello students, very warm welcome to you all in my class, in the class of accountancy, class 12th, where we are dealing with a very important chapter of term 2, where we are starting with a concept of non-profit organization, or you can say not-profit organization. In the initial of this chapter, we will ultimately deal with the concept and the features of non-profit organization, and will claim to know in which condition or in which cases such type of organization took place and works in the economic society. And later on we will deal with the accounting treatment of these organization, and ultimately these accounting treatment are not a part of the accounting system, which is made in the case of sole proprietorship, or in the case of partnership organization, which have earlier learned. हमारे नॉट प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट, उसकी प्रिपरेशन ऑफ बुक्स, ये काफ़ी अलग होती हैं एज इन द कंपैरिजन ऑफ पार्टनरशिप और कंपनी. So let's talk about initially the concept of not-profit organization, and later on we will deal with the aspects of accounting treatments and the preparation of books of account. So first of all, let us know what is not-profit organization. First of all, discuss with the concept of non-profit organization. Students, as the name suggests, the not-profit organization is an organization, means the group of two or more persons, the group of two or more persons who are interacted with each other for not earning profit. Means there is not an objective, or you can say absence of the objective, यानी ये जो ग्रुप है वो हमारे प्रॉफिट अर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव के लिए काम नहीं करता है, बल्कि इसकी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं परफॉर्म फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ अर्निंग, डिलीवरिंग सर्विस टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और सर्विस टू द सोसाइटी. ठीक है. अल्टीमेटली वी शुड से दैट द प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आर अल्टीमेटली आर द डिलीवरी ऑफ सर्विसेज. यानी नॉट प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहाँ दो या दो से अधिक लोग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से में एक दूसरे से जुड़ते हैं, और उनके जुड़ने का जो प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है वो हमारे प्रॉफिट अर्निंग नहीं, बल्कि कुछ और एक्टिविटीज़ होती हैं. प्राइमरली दीज एक्टिविटीज़ आर द डिलीवरी ऑफ सर्विसेज to the society or to the general public who are coming in the society. ठीक है. Therefore, as a conclusion, we could say that a group of two or more persons or an organization that deals with the delivery of better services to the society not for earning मॉनेटरी प्रॉफिट। ओके, तो आई होप दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज़ वेरी मच क्लियर टू यू कि अल्टीमेटली जो प्रॉफिट है वो प्रॉफिट इसलिए होता है क्योंकि हम उसमें नॉन मॉनेटरी कॉन्सेप्ट ऐड कर लेते हैं, यानी कि हम उस प्रॉफिट की बात कर रहे हैं जो हमें सेटिस्फैक्शन प्रोवाइड करता है, जो हमें हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से जुड़े लोगों को और अच्छा काम करने के लिए मोटिवेट करता है। इसलिए हम कह सकते हैं कि जो नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है वो एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है, एक ऐसा ग्रुप ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स होता है जो कि हमारे प्रॉफिट करने के लिए बल्कि सेटिस्फैक्शन मोटिव के लिए, खुद को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए और अच्छी सर्विसेज डिलीवर करने के लिए जो है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, सोसाइटी में काम करता है। ठीक है, तो आई होप दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज वेरी मच क्लियर टू यू। व्हेन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट डील्स विद द डिलीवरी ऑफ सर्विसेज to the society not for earning monetary profit, even then the availability or availing the satisfaction in your own mind, then such organization is known as non-profit organization. So I hope this concept is very much clear to you. Now we will deal with the features of these organizations. Let us talk about the features of these organizations. First of all, we will deal with the features of not-profit organization which make it different with the other organization of society. That first one is a separate entity, means there is a separation of the owners and the investor of the organization. Means in an NPO, any individual of the organization is not the whole and sole owner or the affecting factor of the organization. Means it is not affected by admission or retirement of any member of the organization. चाहे कोई पार्टनर रहे या न रहे, इसकी एग्जिस्टेंस पे, इसकी सर्वाइवल पे, हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की सर्वाइवल पे कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा। ठीक है, इसके बाद दूसरा, जैसा कि नाम में ही सजेस्टेड है, दैट इज एब्सेंस ऑफ प्रॉफिट मोटिव। यानी हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है अल्टीमेटली एनपीओ है, तो वो प्रॉफिट मोटिव के लिए ही बल्कि सेल्फ सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए काम करेगी, सोसाइटी में सर्विसेज रेंडर करने के लिए काम करेगी। इसके अलावा जो अल्टीमेटली ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक इन्हीं मेंबर्स के एक इलेक्टेड ग्रुप के थ्रू मैनेज किया जाता है। मींस मैनेजमेंट और मैनेज्ड बाय द committee that has been elected by member, and ultimately when we talk about some more features, we could say that these organizations are not work for the profit, but even after, in order to assure their efficiency, they ascertain the surplus of their expenditure or the income over each other. Means they calculate the surplus or the deficit. I hope this concept is very much clear to you. सरप्लस और डेफिसिट क्या होती है, इसकी बात हम लोग करेंगे आगे। और इसके बाद जो है इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की जो बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट होती हैं, तो बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट की जो प्रिपरेशन होती है वो अल्टीमेटली receipt and payment and income and expenditure and income and expenditure of that particular organization, okay, over a period of time. यानी ये जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसको हम एनपीओ कहते हैं, ऐसी कंडीशन में वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एनपीओ होती है जिसकी प्रिपरेशन अल्टीमेटली, जिसमें जो है ये फॉलोइंग फीचर्स पाए जाते हैं. सबसे पहले सेपरेट एंट्री इज देयर इज अ क्लियर सेपरेशन बिटवीन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड देयर मेंबर्स. देयर इज अ क्लियर सेपरेशन बिटवीन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड द मेंबर्स. The entry and exit of the members are not affected by the existence or the entity of the organization, and there is an absence of the profit motive, as these organizations do not work for the profit, and part of that these organizations are managed and controlled by a committee which is elected by the members only. And ultimately, when we talk about the efficiency of these organizations, the efficiencies are measured by the surplus or the deficit which has been calculated by comparing the income and expenditure, for which purpose the books of account are prepared as in the manner of receipt and payment to calculate and ascertain the flow of finance, and the income and expenditure to calculate the profit and loss of that particular organization. So hope these concepts are very much clear to you. यहाँ ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को जिसमें ये सारे फीचर्स पाए जाएंगे हम एनपीओ कहेंगे. अब हम एक एक करके इन बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट की बात करेंगे कि बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट कैसे प्रिपेयर की जाती हैं, इनका फॉर्मेट क्या है, इन फॉर्मेट को कब और कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट कराया जाता है. सो लेट अस टॉक अबाउट द फॉर्मेट एंड डिस्कशन ऑफ रिसीप्ट एंड पेमेंट. रिसीप्ट एंड पेमेंट. First of all, I would like to inform that why it is prepared. So when we talk about the receipt and payment, then it is prepared for ascertaining the flow of finance, and a part of that, when we talk about the preparation is made as on the basis of the rule of real account, and it is quite much similar with the cash account also, where all receiving of cash and cash equivalent are debited, and ultimately opposite of that all payment made by that particular NPO are credited. Here one thing could be noted, that these payments are made in cash or received in cash. And the very important thing, that these two are not related only for current year, that are for any year. If that condition, if that payment has been received or paid by that organization during the year, अगर कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में किसी एनपीओ में किसी भी पेमेंट, किसी भी रिसीविंग की पेमेंट ड्यूरिंग द ईयर होती है, चाहे वो किसी भी साल से रिलेटेड है, ड्यूरिंग द ईयर होती है, या अल्टीमेटली कोई भी पेमेंट जो है वो उस साल में होती है, तो इसको हम अल्टीमेटली रिकॉर्ड करते हैं इन द डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट साइड एज पर द रूल ऑफ द अकाउंट। ठीक है, होप दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज वेरी मच क्लियर टू यू। लेट अस टॉक अबाउट द फॉर्मेट एंड द प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट, एंड लेट्स नो दैट हाउ द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ receipt and payment are made in an NPO, in an non-profit organization. So let us see the format and let us discuss the practical example and as per that. Now see, let us take a practical example in this regard as for the purpose of clearing the concept of receipt and payment. Here a practical example is given before you, where as per the information the following particulars are relating to the Rotary Club, New Delhi, prepare receipt and payment for the year ending 31st March 2021. Means under this question, a club naming Rotary Club of New Delhi has following information, and you have to prepare the receipt and payment as per the given information, where the informations are as the cash in hand on the opening year, that is 7,500. Cash at bank at the opening of the year was rupees 48,000, and a part of that the subscription for the year ending, as it has been collected for 31st March 2020 as rupees 50,000. For the year 2021 it has collected as rupees 2,20,000, and for the year 31st March 2022 it was collected for rupees 6,000. As you can see here, the donation received for the club, that is 6,000, and ultimately 25,000, and ultimately donation received for the pavilion, it will recorded as 2 lakh. Similarly, when we talk about the payment of investment purchase, as on 1st July 2020 it was purchased for rupees 2 lakh, and later on we will talk about some more topic related to the receipt and payment, that is ultimately purchase of refreshment, that is amounting 12,000, and a part of that we have also paid for the rent as rupees 6,000. As you can see here that the rent payment is an expense or the payment, therefore it will be credited, and the purchase of refreshment will also be credited in the receipt and payment account. And ultimately when we talk about the entrance fees, it will be debited as it is an income or the receiving for the organization, and honorarium to the secretary is a payment, therefore it has to be credited in the receipt and payment account. And later on when we talk about the interest on the 8% investment was rupees 9,000, and since this investment was made by the organization, as you can see here, therefore the interest, whatever the value of interest will be collected by the organization, and it will be debited to the receipt and payment account. And meanwhile when we purchase the furniture, the due to the purchase the payment will be go outside of the organization, and therefore it will be credited in the organization while preparing receipt and payment account. When we talk about the sale of furniture, doesn't matter what the cost has been incurred there in the books, but the main thing when we are preparing receipt and payment is the value of uh, old furniture that has been sold, therefore 4,000 will be debited in the organization while preparing receipt and payment account. Later on when we talk about the sports material purchase, so due to the purchase the sports material, the expenses will be credited in that particular organization. When we talk about the sale of refreshment, the sale of refreshment was valued by 30,000, and due to the sale the income will flow inward to the organization and therefore it will be debited. And later on, when we talk about the salary and wages, that salary and wages is an expense of the organization, that is why it will be recorded under the heading of payment as in the credit side of the recipient payment account. When we talk about the sports expense, doesn't matter what it include or what it exclude, then the matter only is that that has been paid or not. Since the value of 25,000 is the entire value, but out of which the unpaid value is 5,000, and therefore the sports material was valued as 20,000 for payment, and therefore this payment will be debited in the organization as credited in the organization as while preparing the uh, recipient payment account. Similarly, when we talk about the closing balance of the cash, it will recorded as a balance CD as rupees 6,200. But when we talk about the depreciation, it is a non-cash expense and therefore it will not be recorded at all. Hope the concept is very much clear to you regarding the payment of the recipient payment, and ultimately it will. Now let us talk about the solution, as it has to be prepared the recipient payment account in the books of Rotary Club. Therefore, the heading will be recipient payment account for the year ended 31st March 2020-21, whatever the time period is. And on the basis of that, the opening balance will always recorded in debit side as per the concept of recipient payment. And I have told to you that the opening balance will recorded similarly as well as the opening balance of cash, as we are preparing the cash book. In that time the opening balance will be debited, and similarly whatever the balance of cash or bank in the recipient payment, it will also be debited. And later on, when we talk about the other payment and other expenses, let us see the investment purchase was a payment, as I have told to you that therefore it has been written as credited, and later on due to the purchase it has been recorded as a payment heading. And since the rent was paid, and due to that the value of 6,000 has been credited under this heading of payment, and honorarium to the secretary is also a kind of expense or a mode of payment. Therefore it will be recorded in the credit side of the recipient payment account, and these payment are recorded, mind it always, these payment are recorded as per the rule of real account, or you can say as per the rule of preparing cash book or cash account. Whatever the rule of cash book or whatever the rule of cash account will almost similarly implemented in the case of preparing receipt and payment account. And that is why therefore the purchase or any kind of payment will be recorded in credit, as while making payment the cash flow outward, and in the cash book all the payment are credited. And similarly all the payment in the receipt and payment will also be credited. And when we talk about the other information, let us see. We are talking about the subscription. The value of subscription was recorded as uh, for the year 31st March 2020, that was 15,000. And ultimately when we talk about some more information, that is the value of subscription at the ending year of 2021, that was uh, 2,20,000. And similarly when we talk about the subscription of the next year, that is almost 6,000. Adding all these receiving due to the subscription, the entire payment collected by the subscription, that is 2,41,000 as a total. When we talk about the donation, The value of donation is also valued at 2 lakh 25,000. 25,000 was valued as a donation, and this donation was received by the organization. Since it is received, therefore it will come inward in the organization, and as per that concept, the receiving will be debited in the recipient payment account. And when we talk about the donation received to the pavilion, as it has also been recorded as above, that these will be debited because it is also a kind of receiving. And ultimately, when we talk about the entrance fees doesn't matter it is capital or revenue, it will almost a kind of receiving, and that is why therefore it will also be debited in the recipient payment account. And when we talk about the interest of the investment, whatever the interest has been collected by the organization, it will be uh, debited in the recipient payment account and valued at rupees 9,000. The value of sale of old furniture was given in the question as above, that is 4,000, and since as per the concept of receiving, it will also be debited. Sale of refreshment is also a kind of receiving, and receiving leads the debit recording in the recipient payment account. Similarly, when we talk about some payments, as all the payments are credited, as all the payments are credited, then the due to the purchase of sports material, the 80,000 will be credited in the recipient payment account. Ultimately, when we talk about the salaries and wages, the 74,000 amount will be credited in the recipient payment account under the heading of payment. When we talk about the sports expense, as we have discussed above, that the value of 25,000 has been identified for the entire year, but due to the non-payment of 5,000, the value that should be recorded as the final payment was rupees 20,000 only. And as it has been clearly given in the above illustration that the closing balance of cash was valued at 6,200, and therefore that is why ultimately the balance of bank, as per the given information, that the closing balance of bank is not given here, and that is why the bank balance will be calculated and on the basis of balancing figure. Hope the preparation of receipt and payment will be very much clear to you. And ultimately, uh, as a conclusion, we could say that all the payment will be credited in the receipt and payment account, doesn't matter for which year we are taking about, and all the receiving will be debited in the receipt and payment account. So I hope the concept of receipt and payment will very much clear to you with the help of this illustration. And now, as a conclusion, we could say that the all the payment which are collecting by the organization for any year will be debited under the heading of receipt, and all the payment which the firm is making to the outside parties will be credited as per the rule of receipt and payment under the heading of payment. So let us see some more concept in the NPOs, and let us move ahead with this topic.